It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Revitalising Newcastle is talking up the long-term benefits of the city's light rail project after an Auditor General's report found the $368 million cost isn't justified. It found the government didn't carry out preliminary planning, and a cost-benefit analysis completed after the decision was made was overly optimistic, amid claims the project would only cost $165 million. However, Revitalising Newcastle Chief Michael Castle has told NBN there are already signs the light rail project will bring lasting benefits to the CBD.
You'll see a revival of the shopping strip, and for as many businesses that have decided to close their doors, there are businesses that have actually started up and are doing quite well.
The Defence Department is under mounting pressure to call off a planned aerial cull of wild horses living on the Singleton Army Base. The mass shooting cull is planned for December 18 and 19, amid concerns the Brumbies are impacting training operations at the base. Aerial culls are illegal in New South Wales. However, state authorities are powerless to act because it's being undertaken on federal government land. Animal welfare groups say the practice is barbaric and inhumane, fearing the animals will be riddled with bullets before they eventually die. However, Defence says they've tried to rehome the Brumbies before, and the cull is a last resort. Newcastle Council has voted in support of two environmental policies aiming to decrease the city's carbon footprint. Newcastle's now committed to the targets set within the Paris Climate Agreement and will investigate the health impacts of coal-fired power stations. Greens councillor John McKenzie says strategies are being put in place to ensure council, businesses and homes will meet emissions goals.
There's a number of ways in which we're going to meet these targets. We're going to concentrate mostly on councils' emissions, and that means switching to renewable energy. That means changing the way in which we create energy efficiency. We're also setting targets for the city as a whole and look at the ways that Newcastle Council can actually support residents and businesses to get across their own carbon targets.
A 5-month review by the University of Newcastle has found the uni incorrectly calculated superannuation payments for more than 6,000 staff. Compensation plus interest is being promised at an expected cost of $13 million, with all affected staff from 2009 to the present to receive letters by Sunday. HR Director Tina Crawford says incorrect interpretation of super laws and technical errors were to blame.
We became aware that there was some anomalies in our superannuation contributions, and we undertook a comprehensive review this year around those matters. It was a combination of factors, but essentially we identified there had been under-contributions in terms of people's superannuation.
And after standing for nearly 40 years, the iconic Binny Shell at the Hunter School of Performing Arts will be demolished by the end of this weekend. A new multi-purpose facility is replacing the Binny Shell. Construction of the new building is almost finished. It's due to open in the new year.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Jets will look to string together back-to-back wins for the first time this season when they host the unbeaten Perth Glory this weekend. The Jets are coming off an impressive 2-0 win over Brisbane and welcome back stars Jason Hoffman and Lachlan Jackson to the squad. Coach Ernie Merrick says he's confident in his team's chances. However, he also praised the Perth side by admitting they'll be tough to beat.
No matter whether you're dominating the game or not, they're always capable of scoring goals, and with the front line that they've got with Castro back in, they're always dangerous on counter-attacks, and they're the only team not to lose a game yet.
Newcastle Knights enforcer Mitch Barnett has praised his team for their efforts during the pre-season and has admitted competition for spots is fiercer than ever. The Knights this week welcomed Kurt Mann into the squad, who joins fellow signings David Clemmer, Tim Glaspie and James Agave. Barnett says the Knights pack have welcomed the challenge and is confident the newfound competition for spots will spur the team into the finals next season. And Belmont local Greg West has capped off a whirlwind week by signing with Big Bash League heavyweights the Sydney Sixers. West signed on the dotted line after impressing in his Sheffield Shield debut for New South Wales, where he took a 5-wicket haul. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 5, 44, 2, 32, 14 and 28, and the supplementaries are 28 and 8. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.